Welcome to the DAR Magazine webinar. I am Aubrey Williams, National Chair of the DAR Magazine Committee. The DAR's American Spirit magazine is an award-winning publication. It features well-written and beautifully illustrated stories of interest to everyone who enjoys history, genealogy, patriotism, and education. The American Spirit has been nationally recognized for its outstanding feature coverage, beautiful photography, and exceptional devotion to excellence. For more than a century, the magazine has been the chronicle of our national society. Our hopes, our plans, our national heritage, and our achievements have been inscribed on its pages. Additionally, as a DAR member, your subscription holds extra value beyond the magazine itself. While the American Spirit complements the early American history featured in our DAR Museum and Library, its companion Daughters newsletter is a critical resource for members because it spotlights the work of the National Society and features the most exciting and timely of DAR activities across the nation. It is mailed exclusively to our members who are subscribers of the magazine. Our newsletter celebrates our organization's heritage while offering the latest news from executive officers and national committee chairs. Each issue also contains information related to headquarters, incorporating frequent updates from the Office of Development, the DAR Library, the DAR Museum, and genealogy, including a list of new ancestors as they are accepted by the NSDAR Board of Management. Did you know that your state or chapter's activities can be featured in our Daughters newsletter? Our With the Chapters and the reports of state activities are both popular features of the Daughters newsletter, and the submission of articles of interest is encouraged. High-quality photographs, especially those that are action shots, are particularly helpful. One submission per year is accepted, and there is no charge. Submissions are limited to 200 words and may be edited for space, clarity, and style. Simply send your item to newsletter@dar.org. Our states and chapters also use the Daughters newsletter for advertising. Newsletter advertising contributions qualify chapters for Chapter Achievement Award credit. Seize this chance to promote your community involvement, honor your devoted daughters, or relate the history of your part of the country with engaging, informative, and attractive ads that will be read and enjoyed by thousands of members across the country. An advertising allocation program helps balance the number of pages and income associated with each issue, and a state schedule is posted online and in most editions. Each state is assigned a specific issue and has an initial allocation of 6 full pages. However, additional pages can be requested and will be distributed as each issue is planned if they become available. For this reason, it is critical that DAR Magazine state chairs work closely with the DAR Magazine office to take advantage of these additional opportunities for possible increased advertising space. Please note that all ads must be accompanied by a completed advertising agreement form, copies of which may be found on the DAR members' website, where members will also find all other forms and complete instructions for placing an ad. Questions about Daughters newsletter advertising should be sent to magazineadvertising@dar.org. In addition to your print subscription, as a member, you have access to our digital magazine archive through the DAR members website. The archive provides members with online access to a significant historical resource. Beginning with 1892, this archive contains a wealth of information about the National Society's rich heritage from the earliest years to the 21st century. Please note, there is a delay between the print mailing and upload to the digital archive, so the print subscription is necessary to stay current. You can also view a peek into each current issue on the public DAR webpage for the magazine. Subscribing to our wonderful magazine and newsletter is easier than ever before. Visit dar.org/American Spirit to subscribe online, or call our office at 866-327-6242. Each member subscription contributes to your chapter's total percentage of magazine subscriptions for the reporting year. Chapters and state organizations are encouraged to strive for a subscription percentage of at least 30%, with a goal of 40%. In addition, chapters may now receive Chapter Achievement Award credit for their chapter regent having a current magazine subscription. Both of these goals are reflected in the Chapter Achievement Award and American Spirit contest rules. Chapter regents should encourage every member to subscribe to these wonderful periodicals. Promote the magazine and newsletter by bringing recent copies to meetings, workshops, and conferences, and urge members to subscribe or renew. Increased circulation not only helps to defray our costs, but also attracts interest from outside advertisers. Each chapter must concentrate on raising its subscription percentage. One way to do so is to purchase gift subscriptions for local libraries, schools, or senior centers. Yes, gift subscriptions count towards your chapter total. The American Spirit appeals to many readers beyond our membership, and it's our responsibility as members to promote it to the public in addition to our fellow daughters. There are so many ways that you can increase the number of magazine subscriptions for your chapter. One chapter decided that they would gift a subscription to every program speaker as a speaker's gift. Another handed out subscription information in December to encourage Christmas gifting to offices and hospitals and more. A previous DAR Magazine state chair created an informational postcard to pass out at her state society's fall forum. Other chapters purchased subscriptions to send copies overseas to deployed service members. Our beloved magazine is a wonderful addition to any coffee table, desk, waiting room, library, school, or care package. Additionally, we have created a digital display that you can download, located on the Forms section of the committee webpage. It is a PowerPoint presentation that you can display during state conferences and other meetings to encourage new subscribers. There is a wealth of forms and resources for you right at your fingertips through our DAR members website. The Spread the American Spirit contest recognizes the chapter with the highest percentage of magazine subscriptions each year. The contest is based not on how many individual subscribers you have, but on the percentage of subscribers relative to your total membership. For example, if your chapter has 100 members with 20 current subscribers and you boost your subscription rate by 50, your total subscription percentage is 70%. If you have a chapter with 10 members and 2 current subscribers and you get the remaining members to subscribe, your total percentage is 100%. So you see, even the smallest chapter can win big. Remember, subscriptions distributed to libraries, schools, etc. in your community could make your chapter's percentage even climb above 100%. Prizes include special ribbons, designated platinum, gold, silver, and bronze to wear during Continental Congress, discounts on the DAR store and DAR Museum shop purchases, and VIP seating at Congress. The chapter with the highest subscription percentage will win the grand prize package, which includes a private tour of the President General's reception room and a group photo with the President General during Congress, as well as the chance to serve as guest editor of one issue of American Spirit by suggesting a story idea and helping to select the cover. Contest details can be accessed on the DAR Magazine Committee webpage of the DAR members website. Yes, ladies, there are pins. To be eligible to purchase the Friends of the American Spirit pin, a member must first make a new $100 contribution to the DAR Magazine Endowment Fund through Friends of American Spirit using the Donations and Contributions for Special Committees and Funds form. At the same time, the member must purchase 5 new one-year gift subscriptions using the MAG 2000 form, accompanied by a check made payable to the Treasurer General, NSDAR, for the cost of 5 individual one-year subscriptions. Both forms and a separate check for each form must be submitted through the Office of Development in order to qualify to purchase the Friends of American Spirit pin. The pin may be worn on or off the official ribbon. To be eligible to purchase the Friends of the DAR Magazine pin, a member must first make a $100 contribution to the DAR Magazine Endowment Fund using the Donations and Contributions for Special Committees and Funds form, DEV 1003. The pin may be worn on or off the official ribbon. A second donation of an equal amount to a contribution fund entitles a member to purchase the Best Friend pin with a gold hanging bar to wear on the official ribbon. The bar is engraved with the name of the committee or fund and the year the donation was made. Donations to the Friends of the American Spirit or Friends of the DAR Magazine may now be sent directly to the Office Development. All individual donations should be accompanied by the DEV 1003 Donations and Contributions form. Your state and chapter will receive credit for the donation. Now, if you are a chapter regent or chapter chair who has additional questions about the DAR Magazine Committee, please contact your state chair for the DAR Magazine. If you are a state chair, please contact your division vice chair, whose contact info is provided on the committee webpage under Contact the Committee. If you have a question specific to subscriptions, you can contact our subscriptions coordinator directly at 866-327-6242 from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, or email magazinesubscriptions@dar.org. If you have questions specific to advertising, you may call 202-879-3281 from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I hope you have enjoyed getting to know our DAR magazine. We hope you will use this webinar, as well as our committee webpage, to get to know our American Spirit magazine and Daughters newsletter, understand opportunities to share your state and chapter stories and advertise in the newsletter, know where to access the digital magazine archive, access tools and tips to increase subscriptions to benefit your chapter in both Chapter Achievement Awards and the Spread the American Spirit contest, and use contact information for questions about the magazine and subscriptions. Thank you for your help in spreading the American spirit.
Thank you, Aubrey. That was wonderful. We have several questions, many questions that have come in. The first one, are there plans to create a digital version of the magazine?
This is probably one of the most popular questions that I receive. The American Spirit magazine is a beautifully illustrated magazine that's truly worthy of holding a prominent place on your coffee table. Therefore, it's a publication best suited to reading in a printed format. Additionally, this helps introduce others to our publication when you can hand them your previous issues to enjoy. Past issues of the magazine, as well as the Daughters newsletter, are uploaded to the DAR members website periodically, located at the digital magazine archive link under the magazine committee. And that said, we will continue to evaluate the idea of a digital version with our publisher in the future. It's something that we will continue to evaluate.
Okay, thank you. Next question. I'm trying to reduce my use of plastics, and I was wondering, has the DAR considered a different material for packaging our magazine, as we are conservation minded?
Yes, we get a lot of questions from chapters trying to reduce use of both plastic and paper products, and we have looked into this with our publisher. Currently, there are two challenges to overcome with the packaging. At the current price point of the magazine, using a different mailing method would be cost prohibitive. And secondly, as thousands of our subscribers also receive the Daughters newsletter, the two magazines wrapped together in paper would not hold up in the mail without damage, according to our publisher. So I did want to mention for those conservation-minded members, additionally, our newsletter is printed on certified sustainable forestry paper, which means that wood and pulp suppliers support and practice responsible forest management principles for that paper. Additionally, the magazine is printed with sustainable soy ink. In the past, we have not printed the magazine on recycled paper as that has been cost prohibitive and paper quality has been a concern. But we will continue to evaluate all conservation-minded solutions with our publisher.
Okay, thank you. Hang on, we've got lots more questions coming in. I'm trying to organize them. Next question. I have a great idea for a story for the magazine. What do I do with it?
So rather than unsolicited articles, we prefer to hear story ideas, which we call queries. The most successful queries are tightly focused and contain a unique perspective. So we encourage you to please direct queries to our managing editor, Ms. Jamie Roberts, at jroberts@hammock.com, HAMMOCK, of Hammock Incorporated, which partners with NSDAR to publish the American Spirit. Story ideas on appropriate topics received from DAR members will be given fair consideration for inclusion in the magazine.
Okay, and I would like to purchase past issues or a number of past issues of the magazine. How do I do that?
For this, you can contact the DAR Magazine office directly to see what is available to have shipped to you. Each issue costs $3.95 each, plus shipping and handling.
Okay. Next question. How can we gain access to a list of who our current subscribers are? Currently, everyone has to go through the regent. So what's the best way to do that?
So each chapter should have multiple members, I believe, on their board with access to e-membership, where every chapter can access a subscription analysis. So each chapter can really ask any member who has that e-membership access to pull the report. And the report will also include those gift subscriptions or non-member subscriptions. Those are the ones you'll see with NM next to them instead of a national number.
Okay, great. Is there a way online to buy multiple subscriptions as gifts for members and non-DAR members?
I think that the best, so if you're going for the PIN, you definitely need to fill out the 5 new individual subscriptions form that I mentioned to qualify for that. But at this time, I believe you can do individual subscriptions online, but I don't think there is a mass upload form. So the fastest way might be contacting our magazine subscriptions office. They're very well versed and can do this pretty quickly. And I've also seen members, when you come to Continental Congress and come to the table, if you have a list, we can work through all of that with you there.
Okay, great. Once we order a subscription, how long before the subscription starts arriving?
It really comes down to timing, because we definitely see this issue with members who pay for their subscription to the magazine with their dues. So let's just say a member pays dues in September with money for their subscription. It's mailed in November with the dues, and November 10th is the cutoff to receive that January and February issue. So if you pay in September with your dues, you might not see an issue till March, which I definitely see that as frustrating. So that's one reason that we really encourage online subscriptions, because those subscriptions start immediately and aren't delayed by the mail. So typically, like I said, it would be a couple of months prior to the issue being sent
Okay,
out.
could be up to a couple of months.
It could
Okay,
be.
curious about the archive for the magazine. Is there a way to search a name, subject, etc., or do you just need to know the exact article date you're seeking?
At this point, what you see on the archive is what you get. I do believe that once you access PDF versions of it, you can search within the document, but you really do need to know the timing of the article.
Okay. If you gift to a member, is that also a reward? Is there rewards? Is that towards the pin? How does that work?
If you gift to a member, yes, you can gift to a member as part of your 5 new gift subscriptions, but it doesn't count if it's not a new subscriber. So, you have to make sure those are 5 brand new subscriptions. Additionally, when you do gift to a member, the way it's inputted into the system for that year subscription is that your chapter gets credit for that subscription. So if that member wants to continue the subscription and give her chapter credit, she should call the magazine office to make sure that that credit is being given to the proper chapter. So whoever's paying. That's just one thing I wanted to add there.
Actually, and here's another question that's kind of along those same lines. So
Mhm.
should your order go through your chapter in order for the chapter to receive credit, or can you go directly to the magazine office?
You can go directly to the magazine, and by providing your national number, it'll be associated with your chapter.
Okay. Is the cost for the public the same rate as it is for members?
Yes, it's $18 a year, but as members, you also receive the Daughters newsletter as an additional value.
Okay, and does the public also receive Daughter's newsletter or just members?
Members only receive the Daughters newsletter because we do have, identify our different members, and we have a lot of DAR business in the newsletter. So if you gift a subscription to a school or library, they will not receive the newsletter. Only members with a national number associated with their subscription receive that newsletter.
And so Daughter's newsletter should not be shared with non-members?
I think that we just have to be careful with who we're sharing with. I think they're a great thing to have at meetings for prospective members to take a look at and browse. So I would encourage that type of sharing, but just be choiceful because it does discuss our business.
Okay. Back to the magazine's digital archive. Does the archive date all the way back to the founding days of DAR?
The archive dates back into the 1800s, actually. So we're pretty close. I'm trying to remember the exact date. Let me take a look. It begins in 1892, and we do have little gaps here and there that we've been able to fill with some members finding different copies that we may be missing to scan. But yes, 1892 into the 21st century.
Okay, wow. Do you have any recommendations for members who are visually impaired?
Yes, so that's a question that has come up because now there are different programs and capabilities on computers for accessibility. So we do have members who have succeeded in, using what's uploaded to the DAR digital magazine digital archive and having the computer read that out loud. But at this time, that continues to be something that we're exploring with our publisher. We don't have an audible version at this time, but it is something that we've been actively discussing, even in the last couple of weeks.
Okay. An interesting note here from one of our units overseas. This is not a question, just a note that my magazine comes to Canada in paper, not plastic.
Interesting. I'm making a note of
that. I thought that was interesting. Okay, last question. We did a promo at our last meeting and had a prospective member subscribe to the magazine. Once she receives her national number and joins our chapter, can she then upgrade her subscription to associate her number with it?
Yes, she should be able to contact the magazine subscriptions office and provide that information to make sure that everything links up in the system.
Okay. Well, that is it. Thank you so much. Lots of great questions. Thank you to everyone for participating. Just as a reminder, this recorded webinar, along with transcribed Q&A and the script from the webinar, will all be posted by next Tuesday to the members' website. So thank you, everyone, and we will see you at the next webinar.
Thank you.